About to go live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Every Point's a Winner live broadcast of the big game. It's a qualifying game, this one, isn't it? So it's the Storm versus the Bulldogs, hosting the Bulldogs down at Amy Park. The Storm, they finished second on the ladder, and Bulldogs third. Well, a big welcome to the Nova lads. It is Adam and also Omar. They're massive Bulldogs fans. Another Bulldog fan we have in the flanks is a very, very lovely lady. She's up and not too far from here, up at Penshurst, and her name is Vez Zelensky. So she's a massive Bulldogs fan. So we have the colours in the background for you, the blue and white. They may change at halftime. We don't know. If we look at the results previously, they only played a couple of games ago, in fact, and I was looking at that just now, that it was the Storm who defeated 3 games ago, who beat Canterbury 20 points to 14, going along the Bulldogs line there. Then they had the win over Panthers 28 to 4, and then they came up against Sharks and got towed 24 to 6. Now, the last 3 games for the Melbourne Storm, of course, was 20 to 14 win over the Bulldogs, but 2 losses back to back, a thrashing by the Roosters, who are right in there. They are in the elimination final games tomorrow. There's 2 games tomorrow, and we will be broadcasting them live here on Every Point's a Winner. So tune in and join along in some of the conversation. Because I haven't got my offsider here, Scott Pearce-McLeod, I may not be able to answer you. I can answer you verbally if I see it in time, but I'm concentrating on the free-to-air TV, which is behind the 3 computers I have here. I have this one for the YouTube, this one for the recording, the audio recording, and this one for the stats. Last time during my solo call, the second State of Origin, the New South Wales one, I didn't have the stats here, but this time it's up and running, and we had a few problems with the internet, but everything went okay. But unfortunately, New South Wales gave it up at the end, and Tommy did and just shone like a star. But anyway, so tonight's match is only about less than half an hour away. I'll tell you what we did on the footy tab. For those who are interested, you've still got time to have a bet. Let's have a look and see what the market is. I'll give you the update on the market. It looks like Parramatta had a big win. They're just wrapping that game up now. Parramatta had a big win in the NRLW over the Bulldogs, but they need to hope for someone to lose or win tomorrow for them to qualify for the playoffs. So, they had a big. Abbey Church had a massive game. Cherrington, and who was the other girl that we know as well? The Papua New Guinean lady. I just can't think of her name at the moment. But in any case, we're going to get into the TAB, and it's Xavier Coates opening up the banking here at $1.70. Will Warbrick 2.15. Jacob Kiraz seemingly he's getting the run. They probably injected his foot, gave him a little bit of time off, and now it's Jacob Kiraz at 2.25. I'm sure to be strapped under that boot as well, and probably even strapped right around the boot and supporting the ankle. Elise Katoa at 2.70. Geez, that's juicy odds. Nick Meaney has gone to fullback, seemingly, and we will have a look at the team list shortly. Jack Howard, 2.25. I think he's got to come up against Steve Crichton. Good luck with that one. Now, I was going to put Steve Crichton into the try scorer because this is the guy that and captain that stands up when the chips are down. And there's been a lot of criticism. There's a few players that aren't in this game today, which I think I'm thankful for. But this is Lockie Galvin's biggest test. Harry Grant, it was a pretty good odds there at 3.75, so we had a little bit on him. Anari Tawala, very good odds, but he's come into the centres there. How he goes in the centres, not quite sure. Maybe Crichton can slip him through a gap, but he is pretty quick, Anari Tawala. He was 4-1. I thought he was good odds. Tyron Wishart, good odds. Now, Tyron Wishart was supposed to start. Now, I believe he's going to be moved back to the bench, and they're bringing in Pezzett, Jonah Pezzett. So work that one out. A few shuffling changes here from both sides. Connor Tracy hasn't scored for a long time, 450. He hasn't had the best of run of lately, probably the second half of the competition. The round proper, he was scoring tries at will. He hasn't scored for some time. Lasardi at 6-1, Lockie Galvin at sixes, scored 2 games ago. I did entertain putting Trent Lier on there, but he has not gone over for quite some time. He was about 8-1. Toby Sexton, whether he gets the run is questionable. I'm disappointed that Reid Marnie's not there. Is it disciplinary or is it just favouritism? You work it out. Jamin Salmon at 9s, Josh Curran at 9s, Harry Hayes at 9s. All good odds if you're taking the benches there. Max King, 9s, hasn't gone over forever and a day. Same with Josh King, 9s. Another one I entertained for Melbourne was Utokamano, who played a role in Origin. Stefano Utokamano was 9-1. And inside of that, Matt Burton at 450. He scored 2 games ago, and prior to that, 4 games ago. So he scores on and off, on and off. So if you're going by this pattern here, you would think Matt Burton's got a good chance to score tonight. But we took Cameron Munster instead. He scored a couple of good tries in Origin, and I really think he's going to be a lethal force there in the centres. Or through the centre of the pack anyway. We know he's playing 5'8" there. So Grant Anderson, geez, he let us down last week. We needed him to get a really nice 3-leg parlay, 350. But I wonder if his legs taped up again. That's another question. Jack Howard, 325. Nick Meaney, 310. And you've heard the others, including Rena Kama and Jacob Kiraz, all around about your 5-2 mark. Okay, so let's have a look at the team lists as we draw closer to the game. They're all they're going through a couple of warm-ups. It looks like Kickows on there. As if someone sporting their what is it? It's a deep purple hair. Oh, it's a wig. Thank goodness. Like, oh my God, he's kissing her on TV. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, someone's had a good laugh. But she had her nails painted as well. Everything purple, if you want to call it deep purple, for the Melbourne Storm there. Bulldogs, let's have a look. Blake Wilson was going to start, but they've now moved him to the interchange bench. I think, no, he's gone to the first reserve. So unless there's an injury, he may not get the call up here. So it's Connor Tracy up against Nick Meaney. This is the matchups. Will Warbrick up against Jethro Renakama. Then you have Grant Anderson up against Anari Tawale. Then Jack Howarth wearing number 20. I need to be aware of that. Jack Howarth wearing number 20 against Steve Crichton in 4. Jacob Kiraz will be also sporting number 23 for the Bulldogs, and number 5, Xavier Coates, who should have a pretty big match, I would believe, here. And I'm sure Munn will be putting in a lot of those mid-air bombs up right on the line there for Coatsy. Jonah Pezzett wearing 14 up against Lachlan Galvin 7. Then you have Utokamano Usual 8 and Max King 8. Harry Grant 9. Bailey Hayward 9. Hasn't proven himself. If this is a game for him to prove himself, he needs to really lift here, Bailey Hayward. He's got really fumble hands sometimes. I know you Bulldog supporters now. Bulldogs are making their way after their warm-up. They're making their way back into the tunnel. And a big kick out there, sporting a lovely haircut. And he's looking like a little bit like an American rapper there. But he's a great player. Now, Satili Tupanua will be coming off the bench here. Looking at the other bench of course, now it is Tyron Wishart. Kurt Mann, he's a very good bencher for the Dogs. Tui Kamakameka was not supposed to play. However, he is in the 16. Harry Hayes, 22. Because I haven't got my offsider here, I'll have to make sure when these high numbers come up onto the TV that I check a little bit to my left here to my first computer to make sure we've got the right player. Because the little TV I'm calling it off is no more than probably about 20 inches by 14. It's pretty small. And I have got my long distance glasses over here to call the game, so we won't need to worry about that. A big hello to all the people that have tuned in. I know that one of our biggest fans here and a legend that used to do a heavy metal program with me at Radio 2RDJ, Stephen Lammy, he'll be very nervous for Saturday. Canberra hosting Broncos, and I was spoken to by the Bronco himself today, and he is in Canberra at the moment, but unfortunately he's doing it for work, so he won't be able to pop into the game, and that's Scotty Pearce-McLeod. A big shout out to Peter Connors, who went to the concert last Saturday. It was a little bit loud for my very sensitive ears, so I sat just outside the venue, but I could hear the music just as good without any punishment to the ears. And that was a band at South Juniors, something, is it Vox Neon? Yeah, doing all the electronica pop music. A big hello to Slavko, who organised that with Peter Connors too. A big hello to you if you're listening, Slavko. Coaches Craig Bellamy and Cameron Serraldo. Has Serraldo got the right mixture here? He's sort of clutching at straws, if you ask me. I think, of course, the massive loss is the big fella, and he's out with suspension, and that's Asafa Solomona. He's out. Bronson Garlic is the other reserve alongside of Blake Wilson there. Whether they get the run, it'll come down to if there's any major injuries and double injuries where they can't cover the bench, then I think that next player gets unlocked. So Garlic could be, if he gets the run, it'll be 17 and Blake Wilson 5. Interesting. I really like Blake Wilson too. They just haven't been able to fit him in with Kiraz in the side. And, of course, Rena Karma is playing out of his skin as well of late. But Nick Meaney at fullback, that's really interesting. Will Warbrick needs to stand up here and be counted. He's up against Rena Karma, so he's got the experience. And, of course, Will Warbrick is a great anytime try scorer, but he's been a little bit hot and cold this year. But in and out with injuries. These sides that are playing today, not only have they suffered injuries, they've had players in and out of form, and we're going to have to rely on Jonah Pezzett to stand up here against Lockie Galvin. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Coach Bellamy will bring his golden ace from his sleeve in Tyron Wishart to fill that position if it's all turning pear-shaped for him. And of course, he's got Lazardi and McDonald. We are not sponsoring any of the adverts here at the moment. Whilst the commercial TV is going on, I'm going to rave on a little bit. We are recording audio here on the iMac, what's it called? MacBook, the little one. And let's see what we've got over here, the YouTube. We have, it's a pretty good computer, this one, that's doing the camera. And that is, it's a really good gaming computer. Can't quite see the name of it at the moment. It's got a really good gaming card installed in it, but we use it for the camera. And over here, the old Silver Faithful, a nice computer with the all the players, and we will be getting some team stats and updates. Hopefully we can have a proper chat during the halftime as we go with some of the stats of this game. How far are we away now? I gave you the odds of the TAB. I'll just give you a few little crazy four-leggers I had. I didn't have any two-leggers tonight. A three-legger I had Jethro Rena Kama, Tyron Wishart, Elise Katoa. There's a couple of anytime try scorers in there, regular ones. And that was for a lousy $1.50. And then we have Xavier Coates, Cameron Munster, Grant Anderson. Now, I only put in Anderson because he let us down last week. I'm giving him one more chance. I wasn't impressed with his game last week. Now, the other three-legger here we have. Actually, it's a four-legger, isn't it? Let's have a look here. Yeah, it's a four-legger. This is a crazy one. Xavier Coates, Cameron Munster, Harry Grant, and Nari Tawali. Just looking at the TV at the moment, the free-to-wear and Canterbury giving themselves the hugs, giving themselves the little handshake, whilst Bellamy has Melbourne sat down, and he has the main command, and he's giving a lot of last-minute instructions to Melbourne. And so we're not too far away now. The time is 19:47. I think Melbourne will be the last ones to run out. Canterbury will probably come out first. And, yep, they're up. They're all giving themselves high fives, handshakes, hugs, giving themselves a little bit of team morale. And they're going to need it. This is where your fitness gets tested to the max. Did I give you that four-legger? Yes, I did. There was one more four-legger. So we've read some real crazy spec bets today. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow here to Every Point's a Winner. We have the two elimination finals. We'll get to them later. I believe it to be Eastern Cronulla, and the other game is Penrith and Warriors. Now, that's over there. And, how did that happen? Okay. It's over there in New Zealand. So, although they'll get the ground support, their team has been dilapidated by some of the best players in the league. And they're doing so well, the Warriors, but amazing that they still stood up with all those replacements. So they've had an out-of-shell year, as far as I know, and they were very, very good to us. And one of my favourite players will be playing tomorrow, and one of the guys who won our trophy here, our Knights trophy, for the best anytime try scorer that we had. Always great value. And the lights are going off. There's a big light show, and all the Amy Stadium is lighting up, and they're getting a drone shot over the top of Amy as the last minute warming up here inside the sheds before Canterbury run out. They're about to go. Steve Crichton turns around about face, and he's going to head his Canterbury Bulldogs onto the park. Good luck. May the best side win. I really want to see the best side win. Although I've tipped Melbourne narrowly, I think it's going to be a very, very open, interesting match. I can't see one side running away with it either way because there's too much on the line here. Although it is in Melbourne, and Melbourne can get a lot of momentum, but without Hughes, that's a big, big loss. And also Ryan Pappenhausen is a massive loss. As far as I'm concerned, just his creativity, speed off the mark, and deceptiveness is a big loss for Melbourne. But I'm still tipping them on class and their experience in the grand finals over the last couple of years. And there is Jamin Salmon. Hasn't fully impressed me yet, Jamin. He's up on the out in the field. Got a bit of slick back in the hair, so he's not as blonde as usual. And there is the man in question. Didn't know he's going to get a run. Doing a little bit of a prayer. Jacob Kiraz. Okay, so we'll just get across here. Now, the last of the players there. There's the big fella. Kickow. And still now with the yellow fluorescent numbering on, which will make it a little bit easier in these dark conditions. Harry Grant will lead his Melbourne Storm out with that luminous numbering system on the back of the maroon and blue Guernsey. Oh, there's a little bit of a blue, blue shorts. Melbourne Storm come out with Harry Grant. There's Coates, Wishart. They're all running on. Relentless, it says, the banner that they're running through. Shame Scotty couldn't be with us today, but it is what it is, and his brand new job requires him that he works and shifts cars to different places. He's got to be at all the meetings. It was a shame because he definitely wanted to call his beloved Broncos game tomorrow, but ironically he's in Canberra, so he just can't do it, but he can't even get away to the game. Oh, okay. That look like Peasant on the screen, and your match official is Adam G. We're not far away, ladies and gentlemen. Let's park the binoculars over. Then the crowd are going off. We're not far off a kickoff here. There's Jaden Salmon. Matt Burton looks as serious as I've seen him for some time, and it looks like Munster is about to kick the ball. Okay, here we go. The start of the final series. The last of the fireworks goes, and the kickoff down to Lockie Galvin. Poor, big tackle from Trent Liero and also Max King there. It looked like, it was on Samuel Hughes. Now, they're caught in their own 30 here. Nice little passing out to the flanks, and it looks like the big fella kick out. They're about, nearly dumped on his head. That could be a legal tackle. And it looked like it was Josh Curran in there? Someone's got a headgear very much like Josh Curran. Anyway, a nice kick from Matt Burton, kicking up down towards the fullback. And, he's been monstered there by kick out on the 10-metre line. And they're caught in their own red zone at the moment, trying to get out of it. Big run there, it looks like, by Coates. Kick-Out's, oh my God. Kick-Out's profusely bleeding from the head. He's nearly been knocked out here. I don't know what's happened. He's concussed. Was it a late tackle? Was it a tackle gone wrong? He nearly lost an eye. Accidental elbow. It's nearly knocked him out. That could be a serious eye injury. He copped a shocking elbow. That's painful just looking at that. It was not deliberate at all. He was coming in to that's pretty serious. That's a pretty serious eye injury. It could be a fractured eye socket. This could be a massive blow. Ciraldo's on the blooper. Jesus, this is not good. And it may even be the way they're holding his neck, some type of neck injury as well. His head really reverberated back like it was shot. And it looks like Tilly Tupanua is going to get an early run here. Doing his come off the bike, and someone else, it looks like Harry Hayes has come off the bike as well. This is a very unfortunate injury to one of their best forwards. Hopefully he can see out of that eye. It looked like there was quite a bit of injury where the cheekbone is now. If that is cracked or fractured, now 22's coming on. So we need to believe that to be Harry Hayes. Let's check that number, please. And it is, Harry Hayes, 22's coming on for kick out. And they're going to have to walk him off. I don't think he can see out of that eye. That's not good. It's honestly, mate. Hey, so that's hard to watch, even in slow motion. My goodness. Not good. Kickout's one of their best players. I don't think you can see out of that eye at the moment. Hopefully, it's not a permanent eye injury, but I'm suggesting that it's going to fully close up. There's nothing they can do about it, and there's no way he can carry on. So he's getting a big warm reception. I'll give him a clap as well. A big accident there. Now, Melbourne have the ball on the restart after that serious injury to Kickout. Harry Hayes is on, and a big run there by Katoa, taking him up out of the red zone into the 40. And that is the fourth tackle for Melbourne. They're caught right on halfway there. In dummy half there is Harry. Big kick there from Pezzett. And it's coming down to Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy takes it up there, and he's short of the 30-metre mark, or the 20-metre mark, the red zone. And it looks like, is that Steve Crichton without the headgear? No, that's Nari Tawali. So anyway, coming up, very similar looking players here. And there's Jacob Curious as one of his first runs. Oh, they've got to be offside, Melbourne. They've got to be offside. They did not look like to be square at the markers, and Bailey Hayward's going off. Trent Liero took him out. And a big kick from Burton needed here as they were stuck in their own 40. But it's gone straight down the gurgler. It looks like the fullback, Nick Meaney. Harry Hayes has got him in a decent tackle, lets him go now, plays the ball 35 metres out from the line. A big hit up there. Can't quite see the number. It looked like, Xavier Coates. As they're nearly to the halfway here on the third tackle. A good set here for Melbourne. Big set. And it looks like Josh King's taken it up there for the fifth. Is the kick coming? Oh, the repeat set here. There's offside from Canterbury, so infringement in the ruck. And Melbourne are spinning it wide here. Gap here! Through the gap and taken down there by, it looked like one of the centres. Oh, it's a Melbourne try, straight, and it's Katoa. Is that Katoa? He's had a bit of a haircut. He's gone straight underneath the post. It was a devastating break. I think it was number 4 for Melbourne. I couldn't see, and the camera was too far away. He made a beautiful break. Someone put him through a gap here. Let's see if we can see it again, but the camera's so far away. And it was a beautiful tackle by Canterbury. But they were only 10 out, and there was no one out in the flank, where they absolutely found one of their best players in Elise Katoa. We did have him in our anytime try score. Matt Burton had no answer for him, and Elise Katoa try confirmed. They were just found wanting there. That is not a good sign for Canterbury. Not only losing Kickout in the first 10 minutes, but Elise Katoa scoring is going to give Melbourne a lot of confidence here. Elise Katoa picks up a little bit of money for us there. He was our main standout. Let's see who this was that made the break. It looked like, okay, they're not showing the guy who made the break. It was one of the centres. I think it was Joe Chan who made the burst before they got to that other position. And Matt Burton, you can't tackle like that, but Elise Katoa was on the break. They had no one. All they had to do, if Elise didn't go himself, they had numbers out on the right of him. And is an easy conversion for Nick Mooney. And Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen, have a lead of 6-0. So welcome to the Every Point's a Winner podcast. And for those who are just joining, Melbourne have a 6-0 lead. And it is looking pretty sour for Canterbury, losing their best forward straight away. Yeah, Harry Hayes is a good replacement, but you really want Valami's Kickout's experience on the field. So that looked a little bit too easy when Joe Chan made that big break up through the middle. And now Melbourne with a kick-off. caught in on their first tackle on their own 10. Camera's a little bit far away here. And you can see people screaming on the bench there as Qatar went over. That's showing a replay on Channel 9 on the free-to-air. And now it's the third tackle. Melbourne are caught in their own 20 here. Looks like Harry goes for a bit of a run himself. Taken out there by Max King and Lockie Galvin. Bailey Hayward comes in for a nice tackle there. And they're up to the 40th. And here's a kick from Peasant. Jonah Peasant, it's gone straight to the 40-metre mark here to Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy brings it up nearly to halfway, a little bit closer to the 40-metre mark, however. Kiraz tries to go for a run, but monster by Liera and Katoa. Taking up now, Crichton goes for a run. Steve Crichton up to the 50-metre mark here, the halfway. And Crichton takes Canterbury now on the fourth tackle into the half of Melbourne. Big kick here from to the wing there and to the rear. It looks like Meaney, but they've monstered him again, and he's caught in his own 5-metre mark there. Melbourne with the second hit up, and that looks like Xavier Coates. Wingers coming in for a little bit of a run. Peasant in the dummy half. Looks like Trent Liero there, taking it forward. And Melbourne, this time Canterbury's really gone solid on the defence. They've caught them down in their own 30-metre mark here, but they're up to the 40, and that's the fifth. So we're expecting a kick here from Peasant or Munster, and it's a big kick, but it's going straight down the gurgler of Connor Tracy by the looks of it there. And Connor Tracy brings it back over the 20-metre mark. It's the 23rd metre, just outside the red zone there for Canterbury. Down 6-0, and Matt Burton goes in the dummy half. Doesn't get a great pass across to Harry Hayes, but they've taken it up now to the 23-metre mark and beyond. And Kiraz does the best he can. Geez, it looks like the short 10-metre mark here. Looks like Crichton has had another hit up on the fourth, not quite to halfway here, and it's an early kick from Burton. This time a big chase, but it's gone straight down the gurgler of Nick Mooney, who was there waiting. And this is going to be a much better set from Melbourne, starting from... Oh! I must have put the mock on them. It's gone straight into the usual suspect's hands and come out of Xavier Coates' hands. Canterbury with a chance. Now, on the first tackle, that was 0. And it's a penalty, I think. Trent Liero has hit him high. Munster's coming in for the question. Oh, he was... And there's ladies and gentlemen and kids that play the game, there's a big... Oh, that was a high hit there from Stefano Utokomano. Wow. There's a few guys that look similar here. Okay, there goes Liera and Utokomano with Harry Grant. On the first tackle, Canterbury are only 15 metres out here. Can they retaliate straight away? Melbourne need to really line up in defence here. See what Canterbury's got. Big run. Is that Jacob? Yeah, Jacob Preston, only 3 metres out from the line. Good run from Jacob Preston. Now they're spinning it wide. Oh, no, that's a poor handling error there from... Is that Josh Curran? There was a big mix-up between the guy who passed it to him, whether it was Bailey Hayward. They're all tapping him on the back, and was it Galvin? Why are they celebrating? Maybe they're going to get the ball back, or is it a Melbourne hand? Nope. I don't think so. Oh, nice tackle there. He's hurt himself, has he? Oh, no. Yo! Joe Chan's hurt himself, I think, here. He may have broken his arm. I don't know. It might be a stinger, though. A good run there from number 21's on now. Or is it Peasant? Let's have a look here. Yeah, it's Peasant. Okay, taking up the ball now. It is Melbourne, just past their 30-metre mark. That is the third tackle after that knock-on from Canterbury. Josh Curran, not the safest hands in the business, but it was a total mix-up out of dummy half as well. So I can't just blame Josh Curran. Good tackle there from Jacob Preston. They're nearly to the halfway mark. Looked like Harry knocked it on at halfway there, a dummy half. A big kick down now, a big chase from Melbourne. Now Canterbury have the ball. Oh, what a hit from Munster. Munster and Utokamano has put him on his back, but he bounced up quickly, the youngster. Jacob Preston gets it up to the 23-metre mark. That was a big tackle. Oh, crikeys from Utokamano and Munster. Now, it looks like Josh King going in there for a tackle on Kiraz. Looked like he had a bit of a hit up. Looks a little bit stunned after that tackle too, Kiraz. And we're up now to the 29-minute mark left. Oh, big chase after the kick. And he come up good this time. He hasn't knocked it on. And that was Xavier Coates. Melbourne have the ball just past their 30-metre here. Nearly under the 40-metre mark on their second tackle. What a big hit up there from their fullback, Nick Meaney. And they're making massive ground here. Good running. Canterbury a little bit flat. Harry, they're not on side Canterbury. They're going to get another set of 6 if they don't watch out here. It's the fourth tackle. A little bit of a jink and run there from Munster. He gets to inside of Canterbury's 10-metre mark here. Inside the 40. And now back to the 10. It looks like Tracy, is it? Yep, Tracy gets the ball to Anari Tawala. Or was that Rena? Yeah, Rena Karma. Jesus, a lot of these players look similar. And lucky we saw the number. So, taking up the ball here to the 20-metre mark. Canterbury stuck in their own 40-metre zone here. It's the third tackle. Some good hit-ups, though, from the... Oh, Kiraz has dropped the ball and Munster's picked it up. This is danger here. Canterbury are making fundamental errors. Not good. Not good. Melbourne pressing. It's only the first tackle, and they're nearly inside the red zone of Canterbury. They're looking really dangerous here. And Utokamano's a monster. It takes 4 men to rip him down. Now out of dummy half, Harry Grant spins the ball wide. Joseph Chan's there. Oh, he's been caned there. But someone's hurting. Someone's done his hammy. Hang on. Play on. Oh, don't tell me that's Crichton has snapped his hammy. Oh, no. He's done his hammy. This is tragic. Melbourne pressing. They may score here again. Crikeys. When I saw him going like this and holding it, yeah, his hamstring's gone. It looked like it snapped. Somehow Canterbury's got the ball back and they held Melbourne out. But as soon as I saw him waving for the doctor, the garage band is detached from the feedback. Put the monitor on. Thank you. Oh, this is tragic. He's limping. He's limping through the pain. Steve Crichton, captain, doesn't want to leave the battlefield. Just amazing. Kick out looks like you can see out of that eye, but it's still closed. He's trying to regain consciousness. He must have, whether he passed the HIA, who knows? A big tackle there, Harry Hayes. And have they dropped the ball? That's a really good tackle from Josh Curran. And King came in, Max King, on Will Warbrick, and he's made a mistake. Big tackle. Now, these guys, the forwards from Canterbury haven't been lifting lately. Oh, it's bit of fortune, though, there, because his knee popped it out. Was it Warbrick? Yeah. Oh, there's that. That's where it twisted back. I thought he did his hammy. It was his knee that twisted. Steve, they're showing a replay, and he's still hobbling, Steve Crichton. They might have to give him a little bit of an injection at halftime. And we've only We're 25 minutes. Is that 25 minutes in? So we're nearly at the halfway mark here. And Canterbury have got a chance to hit back. Surprising it's not 12-0, honestly. Canterbury pressing. It's the second tackle. Nice play the ball there by Curran. Curran takes it down inside the red zone of Melbourne. What's going to happen here? Hayes. Jacob Preston pushing. Geez, he's been playing well. Jacob Preston looked like he was going to go in there. They've gone the blind. Steve Crichton's kicked it, and they will get 6 more. Good work from Steve Crichton. A little bit of fortune. Fortune favours the brave, and he certainly is that. Limping at the moment, Steve Crichton, but not wanting to leave the field, of course. This is King. They're only, is that King or Hughes? It looks like King. And another set of 6. They're all over the play, the ball. That nearly deserves a sin bin if it keeps on up. And it looks like, is that Harry Hayes trying to do a little bit of a shimmy? No, it was Preston. And, he's trying again here. It's only 3 metres out from the line. Second tackle. They got that another set of 6. And pushing out wide here, Galvin. Oh, Burton looked like he was going to go in there. Inches away. Third tackle. Oh, Jacob. Is that Salmon? Jamin Salmon on the burst. Is that a head high? What's going on here? They're all giving each other high fives. They're just showing the replay at the moment. We're just waiting for confirmation of what's gone on here. It's still 6-0. They're pressing Melbourne's line. They're only 5 metres out. And it's... Oh, they're giving each other high fives, and yet they lost the ball. Oh, well. Melbourne have it and survive that onslaught by Canterbury from Will Warbrick's mistake. So, number 20 is on now for Melbourne. Let's have a look and see who that is. As Melbourne take the ball up to the 40 and still spinning it out to Harry Grant, out to Munster, out to Joe Chan. Number 20 for Melbourne. Oh, it's Jack Howard. Right. It looks like Crichton's coming for the field, is it? He's still limping. Oh, my God. He's off. Poor bugger. Look at the eye. Oh, he can barely see out of it. At least he didn't lose an eye. That's what I was worried about. But he's back on, the big fella. Kick out. They must have iced that eye up and tried to pry it open. It closed up straight away after getting that accidental elbow from one of the Melbourne players. Jack Howard, number 20, takes the ball up. On the first tackle, they're inside of Canterbury's half here, about 5 minutes into their half. And pressing up to the second tackle, it looks like Utokamano. Geez, he's hard to get to the ground, isn't he? And he's asked to play the ball back, running off the mark. Melbourne, nice deep attack here and good defence there from Steve Crichton. Got a little bit of a face massage as well. And Preston with Galvin tackling the Melbourne lads there. Fourth tackle. Oh, that's a shepherd. Surely that's a shepherd from Harry Grant. No, he play on last tackle. They're 10 metres out. He gets a kick away somehow. And that'll be a 20-metre restart there from Rena Kama. Rena Kama gives it to Anari Tawali. He nearly got away there. Takes it up to the 30-metre mark on the first tackle. Good run again there from Rena Kama. He's injecting himself into the game beautifully, and it'll be a penalty. Is that a penalty? Melbourne sort of broke early, or it's 6 again anyway, so they didn't take the penalty. And over halfway now, Canterbury's finally putting a couple of sets together here. They need to. They're still 6-0 behind. And getting the ball out of here, is that Curran again? backing him up on the outside. Toby Sexton and a big cheer from the crowd. Number 21 comes on for Canterbury Bulldogs. Geez, I'd like to see him play well. He's really been shelled from this side, unfortunately. Bailey Hayward got an awful pass there. Somehow he picked it up. Oh, Kickout's thrown a ridiculous pass to Sexton, and yet they've played on. If that's come off a Melbourne player, that's a try to Canterbury. He's going to have a look at it. Melbourne just stood there in shock. But Adam G awarded the try. Let's see. Kickout. No, that's going to be a disallowed try. It was knocked on off Toby Sexton's knee. Did his hand touch it? I think it was already forward. You can't give that a try, can you? They're all celebrating. Adam G played on because it was off the knee. Let's have a look. It's a try. Toby Sexton is on the field for 1.5 minutes, and it's a try to Toby Sexton, and we did wish him all the best. Bulldogs hit back, so all you Bulldogs fans will be jumping up and down. He's only just came onto the field. And because it came off his knee and not his hand, Melbourne just stood there in shock because they thought it was a knock-on. And yet Adam G followed the play because he saw that he was right near the play, and Toby Sexton knew it was a try. Oh, a little bit of fortune there, favoured Canterbury, but good for him. I just think he shouldn't have ever been dropped from this side. Yeah, they had to make way for Lockie Galvin, but geez, that's good to see. And he's not with Bulldogs next year, but and off at Canterbury Leagues Club. It's packed there at Canterbury Leagues Club, all the Bulldogs fans going off. Now, he should be able to get this goal, Matt Burton. It's pretty much straight in front, a little bit left of the post, and it'll be 6-all. Oh, it's straight in front. Burton doesn't miss those. Well. There's been some incredible incidents already as they go to a commercial break with kick out in the first couple of minutes, then losing an eye, getting an accidental elbow to the eye. He's back on. Crichton looked like he'd done his hammy, but he twisted in the tackle. His leg twisted and his knee sort of had to take all the punishment, and he's been hobbling around. They may strap his knee up, whether he needs it. That's up to the medical staff, of course. But Sexton's pumped, if I've ever seen him. There's Ryan Pappenhausen in the crowd with his wife watching on. That is a big loss as far as I'm concerned for Melbourne, losing Pappy. And now Melbourne will kick the ball off to Canterbury. And it is 6 points all. We only have 18 minutes left of this first half. We've got one of our anytime try scorers, which is a good thing. We need a couple more. Oh, he's got blood streaming out of his mouth. He might have lost a tooth. Or what's happened there? Eesh. Oh, God, it's a tough game. Brutal. Brutal as gladiator sport. It might have been either accidental head clash. There's blood streaming from his mouth. Got whacked in the jaw or the nose. Could have a fat lip. Looks like the lips opened up. He might have bit his lip there by mistake. Or got jammed into the head. And there's a Joey Chan coming off, is it? Looks like it. Can't quite see his number. That's right. Walk right in front of the number when I was trying to look at him. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, the trainer's got him off. And Melbourne's come up with a massive tackle there. Kiraz has done another mistake. He's not having the best game, I'll tell you. Jacob Kiraz, this is the trouble with his game. It's either hot or cold. And what they try and do... Oh, there's a little bit of a sneaky hand in there from Melbourne. And they got away with it. It was Josh King, by the looks of it, and Trent Liero. They snuck one in. This is going to be a problem for Canterbury. They're in the red zone. They're only 10 metres out of this scrum. and Melbourne may have a set play up their sleeve. Shocking pass out of the scrum. That's awful. Munster's looking, going, what the hell are you doing? Was that Harry Grant? I don't know who passed that. It was an awful pass. Katoa pushes down, trying to get into the 10 metres. They're about 12 metres out from the line here. Harry Grant in the dummy half. Running hardcore here is Utokamano, is it? Takes it down to the 10 metre. That's the third tackle. Spinning the ball wide here, and good defence from Canterbury. They're only 8 metres out here, though. That was King. And it looks like has he lost the ball? Has he lost the ball here from, his head wasn't that high, but he's got claret coming out of his nose. They're going to take the 2 points. Are they really going to take the 2 points? It looks like Meany's going to go for the goal here, for the penalty goal. As they go to a commercial break here on the free-to-air, we don't know what's happening, but it looks like they're going to go for a 2-point penalty goal, which is respect to Canterbury when you work it out. It's pure respect to Canterbury. Geez, it's a tough game. There's blood streaming out of eyes, out of nose, out of mouth. Steve Crichton maybe sporting a little bit of an injury. Now, let's see. What we're seeing is he's going for the penalty goal here, Nick Meany, and it will now be 8 points to 6 as we get an update here on the other page. Very, very interesting game. We'll go through some of the team stats at half time when we got time. There's enough time for both sides to score. There's only been the one try apiece at this stage. And thank goodness we had one of them with Elise Katoa, who's been, I think he went about third or fourth in our Anytime Try Scorer award here on Every Point's a Winner. But now Storm have a narrow lead, 8 points to 6. Going to bring this a little bit closer. And Kikau, you can just see out of that eye, he's got about an inch coverage there. Whether it's going to play up if he gets hit in that eye anymore. Good kickoff here to Melbourne, and hitting it up for the second tackle. That looks like King, but I can't tell from here. He's brought it up to the 25-metre mark of Melbourne, and just over the 30. And he's right on the 30-metre mark there. Trent Liero. Kick here from Peasant. Is that out in the full? No. Oh, he stopped the 40-20, but running through a Melbourne here, that's a really good piece of work there from Connor Tracy, is it? Yes, Peasant did a beautiful kick there, and it looked like being a 40-20. That would have changed the momentum. Fantastic effort and a great effort from Connor Tracy. Now, on the third tackle, Canterbury have only got it to the 30-metre mark. Oh, playing the ball as one of the, looked like Tawali. And Jacob Preston is caught just on the red zone there, on the 40-metre. And Josh Curran with a decent hit up, but it's the fifth tackle. They're not quite to the halfway. And now with a kick. It's no pressure, though. No pressure whatsoever. And it looks like Meany's brought the ball away here. He's about 13 metres out from Melbourne's try line. Up for the second tackle now. And they've just got out of the red zone, past the 20, and moving up to the 30-metre mark here, Melbourne, on the third tackle. So they're making about 8 metres per tackle. Good defence from, big tackle there from Slatili Tupanua's on. And he could be a big asset to this side. Nice. Bailey Hayward, it looks like he's been bleeding, so he's got his head strapped. And a big kick there that looks like from Munster. Decent chase, but looks like Kiros is going to run it out of trouble. Straight into King. And who was the other fellow there? Number 11. Lasardi. Done a lot of defenceless arty so far. Now, on the third tackle, it looks like Canterbury still have the ball. They're going to have to rely on Tupanua's just been used as a decoy. Is that to the halfway mark there? Canterbury have the ball. And also on is Kurt Mann, number 14, is on for Canterbury Bankstown. So Tilly Tupanua with his first decent hit up. It's the fifth tackle. They're just into the half of Melbourne. Burton with a skyrocketing up and under there, but not enough pressure. And it looks like Warbrick, is it? It's got the ball. It's either him or Coates. They nearly look alike. From this distance over here, it looked like him, but it could have been Coates. Oh, what a tackle there! That's Coates. He got smashed, so it was Warbrick. Oh, what a tackle from Tupanua and King and Kurt Mann. He's a monster. They're on the fourth tackle now, up to the fifth. Good defence here from Canterbury, I must say. Munster's gone for the kick, and he's gone for a 40-20, but it's gone straight into the hands there of Tracy. Well, Tracy got the ball, and they're to the own 30-metre mark there. Canterbury, a little bit of a run there from, is it Rena Karma? Good run there. Is that Kiras? Nope. It was Harry Hayes, was it? Number 15 is on for Canterbury. Yeah. Satili Tupanua. Good run there from Jacob Preston. 30 metres out. Up goes the bomb, and that's the Sexton put it up. Oh, they've lost the ball here. Canterbury might have scored. No. Geez, they got away with it there. And it looked like Wishart is on. Someone's got to have a look. He's deciding what's happening here. They both went up for the ball. It was right on close to the try line. They're having a look to see if there's any interference, I'd imagine, or who touched the ball first. And it actually looked like Melbourne's Nick Meaney. It came off his hand first before Lockie Galvin went up. They're having a look at the replay now. Well, this is an important decision at this stage of the match. There's only 11 minutes until the halftime break. Waiting on the decision. No try. No try. I didn't think it was. And it looks like Melbourne will come away tapping the ball. Is it a scrum or not? Yeah, they're going to pack down the scrum on the 10-metre mark. He's on the bike for that leg injury, Steve Crichton, just to keep the blood flowing through that injury. That's a big, big loss, isn't it? Canterbury have the ball. Oh, nearly getting through. Was it 21? Satili. Well, 21. Who was 21 there? Canterbury. Not far out from the line here. Oh, Satili Tupanua. Great tackle there. Bringing him down, Harry Grant. A metre out from the line. Third tackle. Canterbury looking dangerous. Coming, Jacob Preston on the burst. Unbelievable. We needed him for our anytime try scorer. He's only just missed out there. They're spinning it wide, Canterbury. He's fallen over there. Kurt Mann throwing dummies. What is he, a 10-year-old? This is phenomenal play from Canterbury. Kurt Mann. Spinning it wide. Galvin. A long pass out to Kiraz, is it? Is it Kiraz 23? Yes. I think Kiraz has got in the corner. They nearly scored with Satili Tupanua on the burst. He just got held up from a phenomenal tackle by Harry Grant, and then they've spun it back the other way. Toby Sexton nearly went in. And then they've spun the ball back to the opposite side. And this is a lovely floating pass. Is that Galvin that got that pass? No, it was, I think it was. No, it was Tracy. It looked like Tracy did a beautiful cutout pass and caught Melbourne unawares there. Yep, Tracy come up into the line. Beautiful cutout pass straight to. He needed safe hands, Kiraz, and he made up for his early mistakes. That's a really good try to Canterbury. And they've hit the lead, and Canterbury's come up in one. Wow. It's got to give them some confidence. I thought Satili Tupanua was in for sure on the burst. He's as fresh as a daisy, but cutting his legs off was Harry Grant. It was the tackle of the match so far. This is the tackle we're talking about. It just stopped him short. And it was Galvin's pass onto Tracy. So they're just showing the whole play, how that try worked out. They went back the other way. This is a hard kick for Burton, but one that is not really out of his range. If Canterbury get this, they'll lead 12-8, if not 10-8. Burton lines it up. It's spinning around. It's coming around, and Burton's got it. Bulldogs 12, Melbourne 8, and there is only about 8 minutes left. Let's have a look at the stopwatch here, or match centre. Oh, I need my little offsiders to help me out here. Galvin's playing well. I must bite my tongue. Some of the passes he's done have been phenomenal. Okay. Match centre. Oh, let's come back to the team list. Let's worry about that later. The kickoff. And we do have 8 minutes left, and kick out brings it up with his 1.5 eyes after his injury. Crichton, Captain Crichton, still on that bike, making sure that blood's getting into the injury. Geez, they really need him in the second half, if you ask me. Okay, spinning it nice and wide here. Canterbury taking it up to the 33-metre mark. Good tackle from Munster on Jacob Preston. Satili Tupanua with a big run across the 40-metre and nearly to halfway. Oh, he's picked him up there and driven him back. Is that Wishart? Yep, Tyrone Wishart. A great tackle. Good run by Kurt Mann out of dummy half there. They're making good ground here, Canterbury. Backpedaling a little bit is Melbourne. Big kick from Burton, but no pressure. It was too long, and it's gone straight down the guzzler there. It looks like Warbrick has brought it back. And solid tackle on Howard. Big tackle from Kurt Mann. He's a monster. Oh, that was actually Grant Anderson with his. He has got that knee guard on. Lockie Galvin with a good tackle there. Throwing his body on the line, Bailey Hayward. That's a nice tackle around the boot there with Anari Tawali. And a good hit up there from Melbourne's number 11, Lasardi. And now they're looking for nearly a 40-20 here, is it? He's knocked it back inside, or has he got the 40-20? That's a big effort there. That's a big effort from the replacement halfback. Big, big effort. Why is that not giving? Okay. Let me get back to that page. Thank you. Yeah, it was Jonah Peasant. What a great 40-20. So right on the attack now is Melbourne. They're inside the red zone and looking dangerous to hit back here. A little bit of a jink there from Munster. He wanted to go himself. He saw a little bit of a gap taken out by Bailey Hayward. They're 5 metres out from the line, looking dangerous here. Melbourne shifting it wide. Now it's Warbrick. He's only 2 metres out from the line, twisted on his back by kick out, and big tackle from Kurt Mann. 3 metres out from the line here. Spinning it wide, Melbourne. Oh, awful pass. Awful pass, but he's created a little bit of a gap here. Canterbury shouldn't have just stood there. Good tackle from Galvin, I must say. Anari Tuwali's in there as well. And it is the fourth tackle. They're running out of ideas, Melbourne. This is good defence from Bulldogs who have got their back up. A good run out of dummy half behind the burst. Big fella, Lasardi. On the burst, number 11. We haven't got him, unfortunately. Is it Lasardi? Yep. Ativalali. How do you say his name? Ativalu Lasardi. But it was all because of Jonah Pezzit's kick. The 40-20 was a phenomenal. He tried desperately to save it, Connor Tracy, but he couldn't stop it. And Harry Grant went the blind. He found Munster, and Munster found the big monster on the wing. Even Lockie Galvin just got monstered away by Lazardi. He's a big man, and using those big shoulders just pushed Galvin out the way like a little bit of plasticine on paper. Phenomenal. Look at the build of Lazardi. Sounds like a champion racehorse. Lazardi. Avardi Lazardi. Fancy him. Great. If that was a little move they practiced during practice, that was great instincts in any case by Harry Grant to go the blind and see the big winger. And they actually lined up Lockie Galvin with his paperweight defence. He has been playing well. A good kick there from Meaney. And they've taken the lead. Melbourne. You score, I score. You score, we score. Unbelievable. And as they go to some commercial adverts. Yep, 14-12. Melbourne have resurrected the lead. Good kickoff to Munster. Big run up. It looks like Tokamana. Kamakamika is on. Yes, he is. They're using the bench quite rapidly here. Howarth takes the ball to the 20-metre mark, to the 30 now. Good run from Melbourne's picked up their game now and has got it there to the 40 by the looks of it. Yep. That's the third tackle. They're making big ground here, Melbourne. Satili Tupanua brings the Melbourne player down there. Quick run out of dummy half. They're trying to shift it wide here out to. It looked like they were looking to give it to Grant Anderson, but he was tackled. Big kick here. That could be a short kick from Munster, though. No pressure. And an easy take from Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy gets the ball. Lovely tackle by Will Warbrick round the bootlaces. There's a lesson if you've ever seen it in football. To the 30-metre mark. Nice little run there by, it was either Anari Tuwali or the winger Rena Kama. Yes, it was Rena Kama. Now pushing up is Burton. Need a little bit more from Burton rather than just kicks. He's got to get in there and do a little bit more running like he just did. To the 40-metre mark. Can they bounce back now, Canterbury? There's only 2 minutes left, though. This will probably be their last set and having a go at Melbourne's line unless they get a restart. They're running out of time. So Melbourne will go on with a narrow lead. As we expected, it was going to be a tight match. And Satili Tupanua. Now a kick from Canterbury, right down into the gullet there. Is that Warbrick again? Yep. Runs the ball back. Nice defence from Kurt Mann. Geez, he's a monster in defence. And Josh Curran doing a lot in defence here. Now Coates takes it up, but he's handled the ball pathetically. No ball security there. And Canterbury have a chance to take the lead at half-time. Big run from Kiraz. We'd like to see Jacob Preston go in next. He's been so close. Satili Tupanua. No, they need to put him into a gap on the burst. Good tackle from Kamakamika. Now they get another set restart here. Josh is that Kickow with a silly pass But it worked. Galvin looking for a gap here. They're only 13 metres out from the line. We've got 1.5 minutes left here. Unless they get another set restart, this is their last chance. Tupanua, 3 or 4 metres out from the line, but that was forward from Kurt Mann. It looked forward to me, and it was called back. He just got a bit excited, and Satili Tupanua overran him. And, yeah, that was about 2 feet forward there. And that is the half-time, I would imagine. Yeah, well, Serraldo's spewing, but it was, you only have to look at that. It was a forward pass, mate. They still had the time. There's still 50 seconds left. They didn't need to panic. It was that they just panicked the Kurt Mann and Satili Tupanua. They'll get one shot here, Melbourne, and I don't think they're going to try anything crazy. 30 seconds left. Big tackle there from Sexton, kick out, and Curran. And we have 27 seconds left. Katoa takes it up to the 25-metre mark. Passing the ball out there. Melbourne, this will be half-time, 15 seconds left. And Melbourne trying to spin it wide. They don't want to give away a try, but they're going to throw the ball wide here. That'll be it. 6 seconds left. They won't even get to play the ball barely. Last play the ball, Harry Grant. Munster will just go to the ground, and that's half-time, folks. That's all she wrote so far. Storm leading 14 points to 12. And the try scorers have been Elise Katoa in the 2nd minute. And then we had in the 20th minute, Toby Sexton. In the 29th minute, Jacob Kiraz. And in the 34th minute, coming over in the flank on the burst, the big fella, Lazardi. And so there, that's all she wrote so far. And if you've joined onto the broadcast, I'm going to make a cup of coffee once we go through a few stats. On TV, they're just interviewing Peasant, who came up with that 40-20, which led to Lazardi putting Melbourne back in front. There's nothing in this match that could go either way. They're both trying their best. But the 2 injuries that you have to worry about are Kikau, who can only see out of one eye, and also Steve Crichton, who had to leave the field and get some blood into that, the circulation into that twisted knee in that tackle. I was really panicking because I thought he snapped his hammy. It looked like something tall, but it looks like it's his knee. They might inject it if he's still in massive pain. Don't think he'll play through it, or they may put a support bandage on it. It's hard to say. That's up to the doctors. I'm not a doctor. And thanks for joining us here on Every Point's a Winner. If you've backed Melbourne or Bulldogs, you're in this right up to your teeth. And just having a look, we're going to have a look at some of the stats now. That screen is just so bright. Okay, let's go and have a look at the team stats. And then I'm going to put the kettle on. Polly, put the kettle on. I tell you what, there was a lot of interchanges because of these injuries. And it's hard to keep up without a little offsider here. But can you believe it? Sexton gets his first run, egg all over the face of the selectors. Within a minute and a half, he scores a try. And yes, it came off his knee, so there was a bit of fortune that followed them. Let's have a look at the team stats, eh? Now, player stats so far. Why is this not updating? Well, that's no good. Play by play. I'll just refresh this because it's not. Okay, here we go. That's it might be better on my phone. Give me a second. It's a little bit slow, that old silver computer. It's getting stuck on the stat page. Let's go to the NRL website and have a look. See if they've updated it. Team statistics here. Player stats. Okay. God, no one's updated them here. This is not good work from NRL. Getting nothing there, really. Summary. Player stats. Only going over the points, minutes, and Bulldogs here. Here we go. Oh, this is pretty ordinary. I'm used to doing reviews, and there's nothing here. There's only the historic stats. That's pretty ordinary. Let's have a look here and see if we can get a little bit more of a team stats. Here we go. Team stats. All right, the completion rate. The possession is 51% to Bulldogs and 49%, so fairly even there. 49% to Storm. Completion rate. They're both fairly good. 77% for Storm and 79% for Bulldogs. All runs meters, fairly similar. It looks like about another 55 metres run by the Dogs. Post-contact meters, a lot more from, there's very similar in fact, but a lot more from Melbourne there, about another 20 post-contact meters. Line breaks 3 to 1, Melbourne. That was that early point where they scored that Katoa try and it looked too easy. I thought, oh no, this is not good signs from Canterbury. And he made a few changes. Tackle breaks, 26 tackle breaks, Melbourne, and only 12 from Dogs. That's most disconcerting from the coach there, Coach Serraldo, I would imagine. And what else have we got here? Kicks in play, it's been 11 kicks to 12. There's nothing else much in the stats that you need to know. The kick defusal, only 30. That's not good for Melbourne, only 33% and 100% kick defusal for the Dogs. I'd like to see Burton even get higher up in the sky if he can, with a lot more people chasing it, a lot more of the Dogs chasing it. It just seems to be no pressure on the Melbourne players that are taking the bombs. I'm just looking at the ineffective tackles here. 6 ineffective tackles from Melbourne. That's not good. And 4 ineffective tackles from the Dogs. Negative play errors so far, 6 to the Storm and 5 to the Dogs. Penalties conceded 2-1 to the Dogs. And ruck infringements 4-1. Yeah, they were all over Canterbury when they were on the burst there. So they've been a little bit foul play there, Melbourne. Dummy passes even, total passes. Yeah, Canterbury was throwing it around a little bit more, and the receipts are fairly even. So there you have it. Let's see if there's any other information we can have a look here. Play-by-play player stats. Here we go. Nick Meaney. Looks like he's run the most meters here. This is all abbreviated. It's really hard to work out. Yeah, there was a couple of 40-20s in that. Here's the tackles. Wow. Cameron Munster, 17 tackles. Utokamano, 19. Harry Grant, 26. Josh King, 20. This is from Storm. 7 to Lasardi. 13 to Katoa. 20 tackles to Trent Liero. They're working hard, Melbourne. Alec McDonald, that's who I didn't see on the paper. Alec McDonald, 13. Tui Kamakamika only just came on the back half of that first half with 6. None for Bronson Garling, hasn't been on yet. Jack Howard only 7. Let's have a look at the Dogs. Okay, Rena Kalma 4 tackles. Erin Tuala, it looks like 11 tackles. Steve Crichton 5. Matt Burton 8. Lockie Galvin 13, surprisingly. Working hard, Lockie Galvin. Max King 14. Bailey Hayward, bit of a work animal there, 26. Kickow, well, you ain't got to forgive him there after the injury, only 9. But Preston, 14. Salmon, 16. He's getting through a lot of defence, Salmon, I'll give him that. Kurtman, 12. He was lethal when he came on, Kurtman. Satili Tupanua, 10. And Josh Curran, 31. Toby Sexton, 6. Barely got a run and caused havoc. And 15 to Harry Hayes, working very hard. So we'll leave it there just for now. It's 14-12. We're going to be back very, very shortly. And for the second half of Every Point's a Winner broadcast, live broadcast of Melbourne versus Storm. And the player will go and have a week. The team who wins it will go and have a week off, put their feet up, and get over a lot of these niggling injuries. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Thanks. Oh, God. And we're back on deck here. And it's the second half, is it? Yep, we've about missed about 30 seconds of the kickoff. Still 14-12. A man has to go. A man has to go to a toilet and get himself a coffee. Okay, so now it looks like someone's come up with a bit of a high shot there. Harry Hayes, is it? Anyway, it's play on. Canterbury have the ball, running from right to left on your screen. Uh, with the ball now, it was Kiros with a hit up. He gets it out to Lockie Galvin. It's monstered in a tackle there. But he gets it up to halfway nearly. It's the fifth tackle. Big kick from Matt Burton. They're the kicks I'm talking about, but it's still no pressure. Nice take there from Will Warbrick. He brings it nearly back to the 30-metre mark. Taken up there, Liero by the looks of it. Taken down by Curran. Nice little jink there from Xavier Coates. And out there in the 40-metre mark, it's Katoa. Taken out there by the winger. And Renakama. Also on there is Satili Tupanua still on there. Coming on just before half time. Trying to get both my headphones to work here. A little bit of a loose connection. Where are we? Where are we? Canterbury gets the ball. They're 23 metres out from the line. And pressing to try and get out of their 30-metre mark. Good run from Burton. Can't see whether Crichton's back on at this stage. Bailey Hayward goes in a dummy half. Good run by Kiraz. Got his head smashed back a little bit there. And they're nearly up to the halfway metre mark. Good run there from Connor Tracy. Burton with another big bomb. They're the ones I'm talking about. With a bit of pressure on the kicker, on the man who's taking the ball. Kikau smashed him, and so did Josh Curran. And it was Big Lasardi, was it? Yes. Okay, they're just over the 30-metre mark. Oh, Harry Grant gets a kick from his own player, and that was Grant Anderson. Big run there from, is that you, Tokomano? No, it was Xavier Coates. And good tackle there from Curran, and good run from Melbourne. He's burst through. That is Garlick, short Bronson Garlick with a massive run. He's through to the 40. He's been smashed and kicked it out in the full. He was sort of tackled in the air there, but it was legal. And that was a big mistake there from number 14 for Melbourne. It was a massive run from Bronson Garlick. It looked like he was going to go the whole way. He's got some speed. And he's just laughing to himself there, the Melbourne player. Well, this is a bit of a chance for Canterbury to get further up into the red zone of Melbourne, because at this stage it was just back and forth. Just the teams testing each other out. I still can only hear myself out of one headphone here, as I'm trying to get a decent connection. Okay. So Canterbury on the 4th takes it down, spinning it out to Toby Sexton. Galvin. Is that Crichton? It's Burton with the headgear. I don't think Crichton's on, unfortunately. Big kick here. I don't know whether that's Sexton or whoever put it in. Ball off on the ground, and no, that's going to be a knock on from Canterbury, I think. I would imagine from Satili Tupanua. It was actually Kiraz who went up for the ball. Oh, he interfered with Munster there, Satili Tupanua, but got away with it. Okay. Still trying to get my headphones working here. Nice little pass there from Howarth or Meany. Some identical twins in this side, I tell you. They all look like each other when the camera's so far away. And Melbourne's got the ball. It's the third tackle. They're at their 30-metre mark here. Good passing, and there's a bit of a break here for Warbrick. Well, he tried to pass it back inside to Grant Anderson, but he wasn't ready. Someone's been hit in the chest. Ooh, hopefully that's not a sternum or a pec injury from Toby Sexton. He's wincing on the ground. That is not a good look. Hopefully he hasn't torn his pectoral muscle there. Did he get an elbow in the chest? Can't see from this angle. Oh, he might have copped the knee right in the sternum. Yo, poor Toby. Been there, done that, broke my sternum. It wasn't good. Okay, and Curran cleaned up at the back there. We've finally got both the headphones working now. So, Melbourne are on the halfway mark. It's the fourth tackle. Wishart gets the ball to Harry Grant. Big kick up here from Melbourne. Not enough pressure. It's moving around a little bit, and Connor Tracy comes up with a beautiful catch. He's only 5 metres out from his own line on the first tackle. Canterbury stuck in their own red zone here, and this is really good defence from Melbourne. Big effort from Bronson Garlick. And, Munster's come up with a little bit of a semi-shoulder charge there, which is not allowed. He put his body on the line and forced Canterbury back. They're still only 20 metres out from their own line. Kick out, looking to get rid of it. Burton trying to get into a break, but well tackled there by Nick Meany. And now spinning the ball wide in the 30-metre mark, it looks like Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann's over the 40. On the fifth tackle, Canterbury's got to kick it away here. Big kick, but no pressure for the kicker, and it's gone straight down Howard's gullet. Pushed off the mark there. Warbrick, I meant to say. Anyway, there's Anderson going for a little bit of a run. Or was that Nick Meany? God, there's the Anderson. Anderson nearly into the clear. Just held on by Bailey Hayward and also over the top Kurt Mann. Well, they're up to the 40-metre mark. It's only the third tackle. This is a big run by Xavier Coates. He hasn't injected himself into the match as much as I thought. But, nearly through the gap, and he's got it under his Garlic. He's out under the wing there. Taken out beautifully by Rena Karma. Melbourne looking dangerous. It is the fifth tackle. Kick across field. There's no one out there. Out to Coates, is it? Oh, he's thrown it back to a Canterbury player. Oh, dear. Oh, one-on-one. He stripped the ball, or is he caught or held? Hang on. They're playing a knock-on. And it was Howarth. Lovely pass. He gave it to Katoa. Katoa onto Warbrick. And it was Coates, wasn't it? Oh, beautiful. But look, he basketballed it back to Howarth, but it went straight into, was it Toby Sexton's hands? Unbelievable. What a game. It's Toby Sexton to feed the ball here. Great to see him back into the match. I really like it. Burton out of dummy half, takes it up just past the 10-metre mark on the first tackle. Rena Karma. Katoa screaming instructions on behalf of the defence. Nice run here by Jacob Preston to the 30. It is the third tackle. Good run by Satili Tupanua. Geez, a nice tackle there to bring him down. And a good run here by Bailey Hayward out of dummy half. It is the fourth tackle. They're just inside of Melbourne's half. And now with a big kick up and under, looked like Sexton, and it was taken clearly by Warbrick. Again, Warbrick palms one off, but he doesn't get past Kikau, and Kurt Mann's defence is superb tonight. They're still behind, though, the Dogs, trailing by 2 points. Another good tackle from Kikau and Kurt Mann on Munster. He's only playing with 1.5 eyes, Kikau, after getting an accidental elbow. And now Kurt Mann's holding his elbow. That's not a good sign. He broke his shoulder in a similar game last year. Came up with a busted shoulder. Oh, Sexton fell over. Meany tries to break the line of defence, goes sideways. They're going nowhere, going sideways, Melbourne. Now they're looking for Coates. Oh, is that a crusher tackle? He's been pushed back. No, hasn't got it yet. And that was Howarth. No chance of getting any pressure on Connor Tracy there. That was an awful kick. But Canterbury are still in their own 20-metre zone here, inside the red zone, just outside the red zone. And it looks like with a hit up Anari Tuali, is it? Or Renakama. Hard to see when you can't see the numbers from the TV. Serraldo looking a little bit serious there, and he should. There's nothing in this match. He needs to look serious. He's got to be pulling all the right strings. Does Crichton get back on the field? Does he leave Crichton to the last 20? Looking very serious. Also, slightly worried is Melbourne's coach. And now, with a big kick, Melbourne bring it out of their own 5-metre mark there. It's Warbrick, and that's a crusher tackle from Kurt Mann. You can't do it. You can't push their neck like that. And they'll get a massive advantage here, Melbourne. You just cannot play that illegal play. And that's a massive kick. What happened here? He hadn't found touch. What's going on here? I know. I'm just showing what happened there. All right. Now, on the 40-metre mark, as they bring it back to the halfway, it's Harry Grant taking it from Katoa. Oof, nice little run there from Stefano. Looked like Howarth there with all his hair flailing around. And with a little bit of a jinking run there, Coates. Canterbury's defence good enough at this stage. They're on the 40-metre mark there inside of Canterbury's, heading towards the Canterbury's red zone. So they're looking promising here, Melbourne, but it's the fourth tackle. Nice and deep here out in the flanks. Oh, awful to Warbrick. He's caught out there in the wing. That's the fifth tackle. You might get a kick here from Munster across field. He's gone, kicked up to the short end. And is he brought into the field of play there and a dropout? It is. Hang on. What's the decision here? He's just telling the captain. Did he catch him in the field of play? Yeah, and then driven back and then pushed out. I don't know. What do you... He's not happy because they didn't get the dropout, obviously. Is that Renakama with a bloody nose? There's blood all over this place. It's a mad, brutal game, this one. You never thought it was going to be fairy light fingers. It is a dropout. Melbourne with a chance here. Is that Canterbury coming up with the ball? Or it is Katoa? Knock on both ways, is it? Who knocked it on first? It could be Melbourne's feed here anyway, I'd say. I would say so, but let's see what Adam G says. They're going to have a close look at it. Oh, how do you work that out? Who the hell touched that? Who the hell touched that first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Was it Salmon or who was it? Or was it John West? Only kidding. All right. It is Melbourne speed, as I suspected. They are inside the red zone. Danger for Canterbury here. Nice flanking work here. He nearly got through there, the Nick Meaney. Now trying to push through the middle is Liero. Big tackle from Salmon. He's been good in defence, I must say, today. He's tried to walk off the mark there, Liero, and get the penalty. And he's asking to play it back. And Salmon says, push him. And there's a pushing match between him and Salmon. What a classic. Okay, Munster trying to work his way through. Oh, nice defence there from Jacob Preston. Short pass. He nearly got through. Is that Garlic? Who is it? Can't quite see who it is. Nice flank work here on the burst. Katoa. 3 metres out from the line on the fifth tackle. Munster with a short kick. Someone flying through, but great work by Lockie Galvin to run it dead. It's going to be another dropout, ladies and gentlemen. Good work there from Lockie Galvin. And a nice kick. There was chases coming from everywhere, including Lasardi. God, he wants a second try. Phenomenal. I wonder if he would have kicked it the other way and went himself there, Munster. Might have come up with a bit of magic. Now they're going to try and get it in a short drop out here. Up in the air it goes. Have Canterbury come up with it? They have. Kiraz, a piece of magic work there. So they're off the hook temporarily. Good run there by Nari Tawali. 13 metres out from the line. Now 20. Good run there. Is that Harry Hayes? Yeah, he's back on. And passing out the flanks here. Oh, Salmon got monstered there, or was it kick out? Kiraz gets it out to Burton. Even Burton's knees very heavily strapped. Curran goes for a good run. That's a really good run by Josh Curran. And he's nearly to the halfway mark, but it's the sixth tackle, and they might have got a penalty. They're going to have a look at this, but they're believing Trent Liero's hit him too high. Was it a high tackle? It was Utaka Mano was in there as well. And a little bit of a shanky tackle there from Harry underneath. So it might be a penalty to Bulldogs. Sexton, will he get some ground here? Nice kick. He's made at least 20 metres there. That's very good from Sexton. There's 2 balls on the pitch. They can't play while that's happening. And now on the field, it's up to the pitch for cricket. Bailey Howard goes into dummy half after a Burton hit up. Curran. Let's see if Jacob Preston could change the game here on the burst through the gap. That's what we want. Oh, nice run from Toby Sexton. He's only on the third tackle. They're really closely inside 10 metres. Preston's trying to go himself here, but you've got to put him into a gap, not straight into Lazardi's hands. Trying to spin it wide. Nice and deep Canterbury for the first time in the game. Kick out to Burton. Burton will score. Matt Burton. I did say to the guys next door in the club, if Burton and Crichton lift, then Canterbury may win. That is a very, very important turning point. On the burst, Matt Burton, he's a big unit for a 5'8", and they're nice and deep, and that's how they get the speed. And he dropped off him there. Was it Liero who missed the tackle? Can't quite see who missed the tackle. It might have been even Anderson. It was Anderson who missed the tackle, and not such a good effort from Warbrick as well. So up go the doggies from the Bulldogs fan club, and they're very, very excited at this stage, screaming. But Matt Burton, did we take him? I don't know whether we took him. I know I had him in a parlay, but I don't know whether we backed him straight out here. But they've taken the lead, so that's 16-14. We can worry about whether we backed him later, but I definitely know we had him in a 3 or 4 legger. Matt Burton, he, ex-Penrith player, he's been good all last year and this year. Had a little bit of a cold run over the last couple of weeks. They, as I said to you in the small preview we had, that he scores every second match, and this was his time to score. So if that's not a tip for you, I don't know what is. Keeping those tonsils nice and wet for the call. Oh no, who's gone off? Someone's limping off. That's not good. Is that a Nari Tuali? And there goes one of our parlays. Someone for Canterbury, I think, is limping off. So that is not good. Matt Burton, he's out wide here, so it's not past his ability to get this kick. He's got these ones many and many a time before, but this will be important because it'll put him a try in front in this very close qualifying game. Whoever wins it gets a week off in the first of the final series for 2025. Matt Burton, full of concentration, really wants to kick this one from the left-hand side where he scored. It looks straight. It looks beautiful. It's straight between the posts. What a lovely, lovely kick. Matt Burton. And I reiterate to the gentleman next door that he tipped Canterbury. And I said, I'm tipping Melbourne narrowly, but I said, if Crichton and Burton left, they make such a difference, those two to the side. Both ex-Penrith players, mind you, from a grand final winning side. They've really established themselves with Canterbury so well over the last 3 years. So hats off there to Canterbury for standing nice and deep. That's how you hit the line at speed. You've got to be nice and deep when attacking. Canterbury now have the upper advantage with a 4-point lead at 18 points to 14. If you just joined us, we've got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes have gone. A little bit less than 20 minutes and 30 seconds. So, twisted there, Jacob Kiras, and a big tackle from Wishart, Tyron Wishart. Now, up to the 40-metre mark there. Kiras is a little bit sore after that hit up. Up to the 40-metre mark, good run from Kikau. It's the third tackle. They're making good ground, Canterbury. Melbourne are no good thing. I don't know whether they've lost another player who limped off. We need to find that out. It could have been a Canterbury player as well. Don't know. Big kick up here from a bomb, but not enough pressure on Nick Meaney, who takes the ball on the 20-metre mark. Well, it's the 10-metre mark, and he's working towards the 20 now. And a good run there from, is it Warbrick? Yep, takes it up on the second tackle. Good defence there from Salmon again. I think he's having an outstanding game. And I did criticise him for not attacking enough, but he's really working well in defence tonight. I must give him that. Good tackle from Matt Burton. Nice little run there from Trent Liero. Wishart needs to get involved more now. Melbourne don't want to they just want to play their natural game. Big kick here. It's gone back to Melbourne. There's a chance here. Is that Munster? Surely that's play on. King got him. Max King got him, and he's going to have a captain's challenge for sure. I thought it was play on Melbourne. Adam G's calling for the video review. If you joined us online, thanks very much for joining us here on Every Point's a Winner. We're calling all the finals, including the grand final, and hopefully the grand final of the women's, the NRLW, with a big, big win to Parramatta today. And the lady's name I couldn't think of in the preview of the match was Elsie Albert from Papua New Guinea. She had an outstanding game for Parramatta, along with the usual suspects of Abby Church and Cherrington. So what is the decision here? Is it off Ren? Is it Ren? Who's that? Is it Rena Karma? I can't see the number. Harry Grant having a talk to Adam G. So they will get the decision here, will they, Canterbury? Or it's going to be Melbourne's feed. What's going on here? Challengers won. They've still got one apiece. So Melbourne must have won it, did they? Will Melbourne get the feed here? Yeah, I think so. They're taking forever to pack the damn scrum. Dear oh dear. Come on, boys. Yep, Melbourne will get this. That's interesting that Warbrick's feeding the scrum on the 20-metre mark. Danger for Canterbury here. Nice deep work here from Melbourne. And it is Meany, Wishard, Katoa. Oh, push back. Oh, hang on. Who's that? Liero, is it? Can't see the number from here, but he's just laughing. Melbourne are stuck here in a rut. That's good defence by Kiraz and the boys from Canterbury. That's the third. A little bit of a wastage there. Melbourne nice and deep. But what a tackle from Bailey Hayward and Max King. Nice work here. Wishard. Fast hands are needed. Katoa. He can't get his hands free to find Anderson. They're going to go Anderson's way again. Is he going to push over Anderson? He's close. He's only 2 metres out. And it's changeover. Good defence from Canterbury. But that's where Melbourne want to be. Someone's injured here. I don't know whether it's Munster or it's... No, it's Anderson. Oh, his knee's gone. He was sporting that knee injury last week. Or it looks like a shin splint or something's gone there below the knee. Ooh, that knee did get twisted. But he's holding his shin. I think his knee's gone again. Oh, the weight just went under that knee in the slow motion replay. That's not nice. Is he going to complete the game here, Grant Anderson? That looked really nasty. Burton was underneath. It was Kickow and Harry Hayes twisting over the top. Is he limping away here? Yep. He's going to struggle to play on here, Grant Anderson. He's going to try and walk it off. And it's the first play the ball, zero tackle here for Canterbury, 2 metres out from their own line. Now, it's up to Melbourne to defend here and put a lot of pressure on Canterbury, keep them in their own red zone. It's up to them. Good hit up there from Burton, is it? What a run. He's gaining ascendancy after that beautiful try. I can't believe he's strapped up like Burnborough. He's got that much taping on him. And out of dummy half, they're nearly up to the halfway on the fourth tackle, now the fifth. Good run from Jamin Salmon. Big kick there. Is it Toby Sexton in with a kick? It could be out in the full. That's one of Sexton's mistakes. Is it Sexton? I'm sure the camera will go back on him. Yes, it was. Out in the full. He tried. It was just, he went for too much. He did come out with a good expletive there, and it starts with the word that spells French fry. A letter anyway, F. And to the tune, laughing tune of Pappenhausen watching on in the grandstand. Not a good pass there. Munster's caught it dummy half here. Horrible pass. Melbourne have lost their way a little bit, but this is their advantage. Oh, trying to take it up there. Is that you, Tokamano? Yep. Good little run. Oh, good run until you run into Max King. He's hammered him. What a tackle. Copybook tackle there. Nice and deep now. They're going to go hardcore here into Meany. Meany joins the lineup. Harry Grant out of dummy. They need some work here, Melbourne. They're not looking like they're going to penetrate this line anytime soon. Katoa doing circles, dancing like he's in a tribe. They're about 12 metres out from Canterbury's line here on the fifth tackle. The little kick through. Is it Munster chasing? Who was that? It was a Munster. Who was it? Was it Peasant? He's hurt himself. I think it's Jonah Peasant's hurt himself here. Did he get a hand of the ball? No, it's Nick Meaney with the same hairstyle as Peasant. Yo! That was a mad collision. The ball skimming sideways. Oh, he gets a bit of an accidental hip blast there from Max King. He's in La La Land. They're giving him an on-field assessment for that arm. He looked totally dazed after that. Harry Grant saying, "What's going on?" Just flicking it away. It was Jacob Preston there. It was. It wasn't Max King. It was Jacob Preston. Okay, let's see what happens here. I would believe it's Canterbury ball after that, is it? Or is it going to be a dropout? Who are they ruling touched the ball first? That's the question. It should really be a dropout, but we'll see what happens. He's barking instructions, and he's a lot of expletives coming out of the coach's mouth there. That is a dropout. Canterbury's defence is holding out here. They might get the ball back. No, it's gone back into Melbourne's hands. It looks like number 10, King, is on there. Josh King takes it in. Oh, big run. Is that Katoa or who is it? Lazardi or is it Liero? Big run. Like Hugh Tokamano, the other monster. Now, out of dummy half, Munster's looking for runners. He can't find anyone. He finds Peasant. Tackled there. 5 minutes out from the line. He's lost his underpants there. His playing pants are ripped. Munster, they get a new pair of pants, I think, or do them up. Looks like Katoa or Liero stuck there. Yep. Still 7 metres out the line. Harry Grant's got to come into his own here, I believe. It's Harry Grant's time, and he gives it straight to Wishart, and Wishart goes in. Now, game on, ladies and gentlemen. They may take the lead yet again here, Melbourne. On the burst, I just mentioned that Harry Grant needs to do something here, and he found the on-running play of Wishart on the burst, and Wishart's gone over. Oh, someone nearly got knocked out there for Canterbury. I don't know who it was. They were leading with their shoulder. It was Josh King. I think he hurt himself trying to stop the arrow. He's definitely got the ball down. Between Kickow and King, was it? It was Kickow and Tracy. Tracy hit him with all he had. But Wishart was strong enough to hold the ball with a great try from Harry Grant. Try assist. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's game on again for the Storm. Tyron Wishart, great son of Rod Wishart, a Steeler player, Australian representative, New South Wales representative, and he's been gold for this side. And there was a gap there between King and Kickow. Tracy did his best, but it was that lovely little short pass from number 9, Harry Grant, who put Wishart right over the try line. This goal will be fairly fundamental now. Whilst we're there, we can just have a quick look. I know I put Wishart in one or two of the parlays, but I don't. Look at the bench go up, and including Hughes, who's injured for the rest of the season, and it looks like who kicked that? Peasant kicked it. Rightio. Let's have a look here. Well, I think we're relying on Xavier Coates too much, I think. Yeah, we need Coates. We had Lise Katoa. We're just going back from a commercial, and then there'll be a kickoff. But we did have Elise Katoa, Tyron Wishart. So now we need Jethro Rena Kama to score to get us a nice Beautiful three-leg parlay. All right. It is Melbourne now. Back in front, 20 points to 18. Let's go to the other page here. Taking it up again. Oh, we need to refresh that. That's refresh. Oh, yeah, we're back to where we want. Okay. They got to the 23-metre mark there on the third tackle. Good defence there from Bailey Hayward. Nice run from King. Takes the ball across the 30-metre mark. And now up to the 40. Nice run from Munster. They're inspired after that try. Salmon went tripping over his own player out the back. And there's a good run from Munster. He's nearly got to halfway here. Peasant with a kick. Nice kick. All the way back to Connor Tracy by the looks of it. Connor Tracy gets the ball. Pushed back by King. Josh King. And also a tackle from Trent Liero. Good tackle from Utokamano and King. And Wishart just on the flanks. They're at the 20-metre mark on the third tackle. It's gone back into a bit of a slogfest, this match. Nothing in it. Only 2 points separating the teams. Oh, Kiraz. They've given him some facial massages tonight, Kiraz. Nice flank work here. And nearly getting through is Lockie Galvin. He was inches from getting through there. That might have been a try. Is that up and under from Sexton? Can't see who kicked it. The camera's so far away, you may as well be shooting the freaking game with a bloody from an orbital satellite, honestly. Okay, hit up here for Warwick. Oh, Satili Tupanua's back and gave him a big shoulder charge there. Didn't quite work. If it connected, he wouldn't have got up, I don't think. Big run from Elia Katoa, taken out by King, Sexton, and also Kickow. Oh, nice run there from King. Tackled by Bailey Hayward and Harry Hayes. Hayes comes into the bottom there again. Nice run from Munster. They're looking for Lasardi. He's going to pull off a 40-20 here. No, he stepped over the 40, so that's not going to happen. Up in the air and a good take from, is that the man we want to score, Runakama? Yes, it is. We need him to score next to get our beautiful three-leg parlay, but onwards and upwards. If he gets it, he gets it. If he doesn't, we'll cop it sweet. The game is on. Nice hands. Jacob Preston tackled beautifully by Xavier Coates on the 33-metre mark. Okay, they're running on the third tackle. They're going to try and get it to halfway before maybe Burton will go for a skyrocketing kick. Jacob Preston to play the ball. Spinning it out wide here. It is on to Max King, nearly to halfway on the fifth. Exactly as I suspected. Toby Sexton with a big up and under, but no pressure. And taken on the 10-metre mark there, Warbrick brings it back to the 20-metre mark of Melbourne. Though that hurt him, that tackle. Burton's got him a little bit high, I think, and it stung him. Is he looking for a penalty? He looks like he's bleeding from the mouth or the nose. At least he's been sportsman enough to get up and play the ball. Yeah, Burton got him a little bit high, but it was a little slap to the face, but no, he just missed him. Okay, Melbourne have the ball on the third. They are in front and slightly inspired. Nice run again from, is that Munster? Who's that? It's number, it's Jack Howarth. Okay, it's Wishart taking it up to nearly halfway after his inspired try. Harry Green had a dummy half there. Big kick in the air, but that's going to no one bar Connor Tracy by the looks of it. And Connor Tracy runs the ball hard back up from his own 10-metre mark. He's looking for someone to give it to. Tried to link up with Anari Tawali. Rena Kama, is it? Oh, hard tackle on Rena Kama there from King. King's laying in the damn play the ball. They're a little bit flat-footed, Canterbury here. They need to stand a bit deeper. Oh, hold the ball, Kiros, for God's sake. Okay. Going hard here. Nice tackle from New Tokomano and Wishart. And Canterbury up on their third tackle. Spinning it wide to Kikau. Looked like he was going to try and unleash his hands there, and that could have been dangerous. Galvin gives it to Burton, and a big up and under, but no pressure. It's just back and forth, like a chess game at the moment. This is the flattest part of the game. And there's only 7.5 minutes left. So you work it out. Write your own ticket. Wouldn't it be nice for an intercept from Rena Kama to cause Melbourne all sorts of headache? But Munster is determined, takes the ball up. Harry Grant, Katoa, all the good players trying to stand up here for Serralda, holding on, nerves. I can only imagine it's shattered here. Good passing here, flowing the ball out to King, but nice defence there from Harry Hayes. Someone on the bottom there that's getting up, possibly King. Up and under, Canterbury get the ball. Oh, yes, and Tracy nearly got away on the 30-metre mark here. That could have, now get it out to Rena Kama. Go, kick out. They're trying to stay in the match. There's only 6 minutes left now for Canterbury. They need that 2 points to at least square it up. Now they've gone the other side. Big Satili Tupanu on the burst of the halfway on the third tackle. They've gone the opposite side. And nice passing here. Oh, Burton, he didn't realise he had Rena Kama on his outside. Okay, flipping it back the other way this time. And up on the flanks here. Who's out on the wing there? The camera's so far away. Now they've gone across. Kurt Mann. Where's Rena Kama sprint, son? He's carrying a bit of an injury, Rena Kama. He's looking slow. And a big run out here from Melbourne. So they're off the hook. And someone was flying through on Coates there but didn't collect him. Wishart. Oh, great tackle from Rena Kama. Stopped a certain try. There's still only 4 minutes and 56 seconds left. Melbourne are finishing with ascendancy here. It looks like he's done his hammy or his ankle here. Screaming in pain. Oh, writhing in pain. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's Munster. Oh, that's not good for the captain. Shattered, I think. Oh, I twisted back the other way under the tackle of Salmon or Kikau, was it? Was it Salmon or Salmon? Oh, he's twisted him back the other way. That may be a penalty. I don't know. Or was it just the way he landed? I don't think it was deliberate in any way from Salmon. He's got his pink and blue boots on there. The clock's been stopped at 4 minutes 48. Geez, this second half's gone quick, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing in this match, but Melbourne are just making so much ground out of every play the ball. It is the fifth. Munster back on his feet. I was thinking the worst then. Big up and under from Peasant. What's going to happen? Oh, Rena Kama, wouldn't that be nice if he ran the whole length of the field to get us a beautiful three-leg parlay? Oh, not to be. He's falling over. There's players all over the place. They've got 4 minutes to get out of trouble here, Canterbury. Will they snap a 2-point field goal to take it to extra time? That's the next question because they're running out of ideas. There's a little bit of a break here. Tracy looking for Jacob Preston. So they scrambled well there, Melbourne. There was a gap had he got the ball quicker, Preston, but he's not that quick. He's quick, but not that quick. Kurt Mann's throwing dummies. Be careful you don't throw a bad pass here. But Tilly Jipper nearly got through there. Nilly Lily. It's 20 metres out from the line. It's the fifth tackle. They're just going to spin it. Give it to Anari here. Give it to Anari. Oh, no, it's intercepted. There's massive trouble. It's Warbrick, I think. He's going to score and win the game for Melbourne. No, Kickow's blown it. And Will Warbrick wins the game for Melbourne. That is it. Game, set, match, bingo. Canterbury could be out in 2 games. Yeah, you can push the pass. There's only 3 minutes left, but that was ridiculous. It was never on. And Warbrick nearly ran a 75-metre intercept to win the game for Melbourne. That is it. It's 24 points to 18. Warbrick hasn't scored for a while, and look at the happy coach there. Well, what can you do? Kickout does some brilliant things, and then don't forget he's only playing with 1.5 eyes. He's got 1.5 eyes. Oh, the basketball pass to find Burton or whoever it was. Just never. And Warbrick's a pretty tall dude. He thought the basketball pass will do me, and there was no one there backing up the intercept, and it was game, set, and match at that very point in time. Oh, wouldn't he like that pass back again? He was trying to give it to Burton, who would have given it to Rima Kama, and we may have collected a beautiful little parlay there. But as it is, Melbourne have won the game. There's only 3 minutes left. That's Kickow with 1.5 eyes, maybe just coming up with one of his desperate errors there. He's done it before. The players are only human. The crazy thing is they're only 2 points behind. Could they not have at least tried to get a set restart and gone for a 40-metre field goal at least, or try to win the game? But that it's gone the other way against them. And Coach Bellamy looked like he just had a pound of love cake all over his face after that try. He's been coming up with expletives all match, and that's the best I've seen him look after that try. Conversion successful, 26 to 18, with 1 minute and 56 seconds left. Join us tomorrow. We'll be calling both games. Let's just call out the last minute and a half here. They're going to a bit of an advertisement. Now, the first game, I believe, would be the Warriors and Penny Panthers. Do they continue on? They tried to get the ball back there, Kurt Mann. There's now 1 minute and 15 seconds left. And they're just going to run it one out here in Melbourne. And they've got a penalty, have they? Nope. Utokamano. They take it up now there to the 30-metre mark. Josh King. I know they've got it one. Clear 8-point advantage. Kickout throwing the winning intercept pass straight into the hands of Will Warbrick. Not good. But that's what pressure football does to you. And Connor Tracy has a minute to salvage a bit of pride here for Canterbury. But now the defence is coming in strong from Nick Meaney and also Bronson Garlick back on the pitch. Spinning it wide here, Canterbury. They're just going to throw caution to the wind. They know they've got it. They can't win it. And they're playing like the Harlem Globetrotters. They give it to Satili Tupanua. Only 10 metres out from the line here. Lockie Galvin. They're going to try and spin it wide. Let's see if Farina Kalma can run the length of the field here. Kurt Mann's throwing dummies. There's only 28 seconds left. Can't even play the ball properly. That's it anyway. They got a penalty, but don't tell me you're going. Yeah, come on. 17 seconds left. They might have one throw of the dice here. The clock's only going to give you 10 seconds to score a try. It's virtually going to have to be pass the ball around like crazy, like a hot potato with 5 seconds left. It's been stopped, the clock. What's gone on here? What the hell has gone on here? Oh, they're taking the dear idea from halfway. Come on. Last play the ball. Here we go. 5 seconds. Up and under. This will go nowhere. No pressure, no glory, no gain here. And she's gone to the ground with the ball. And final score is 26-18. Xavier Cates takes the winning catch and the winning try to Will Warbrick. It went to the wire. There's no doubt about it. That second half seemed to go in 10 minutes. It seemed like I've only been calling the second half for 10 minutes. It went that quick. But congratulations. Melbourne will have the week off now. Join us tomorrow because we'll give you the live presentation. Thanks, all those beautiful people that joined us here. Max King's looking devastated. He threw everything by the kitchen sink to win that game. His defence, his attack, it's the best I've seen him play for a long, long time since he got into the State of Origin side. In the Melbourne team, I thought Elise Katoa played outstanding. Nick Meaney had a better than usual game, especially taking over Pappenhausen's role. He did really well. Will Warbrick, he was just in the right place at the right time. He did a lot of hit-ups, though, to get Melbourne out of trouble. Harry Grant's pass to Wishart was sublime. And Xavier Coates tried hard. He was marked up tonight. There's no doubt about it. They didn't get the opportunity that they usually do. I thought Lazardi, who scored that try for Melbourne earlier in the back half of the first half, was outstanding. Kikau did his best with 1.5 eyes with that accidental elbow to the head. And Salmon's defence was very, very good. There was nothing between those sides. And in the end, it took a mistake from Canterbury. They're just interviewing Harry Grant now, and it's one of the old legends of Melbourne interviewing him from Channel 9. And they get the week off now, whilst Canterbury, whoever they play, are going to go to sudden death now. So, onwards and upwards, there's 2 sudden death games tomorrow. We'll just have a quick look and see who those games are. Got to fix his headset by tomorrow as well, because it's really driving me crazy. It's going on and off, on and off, on and off. I'm sure whenever all your headphones die, that's how they die. So let's have a look here, what the games are tomorrow and what time they are playing them. NRL's slow as hell at the moment. Here we go. The game's tomorrow. So 4:05. Join us about 3:45. We'll come on about half an hour before the kickoff between Panthers and Warriors. So 3:45. Join us tomorrow. And then the second game, we've got a pretty decent break, is at 7:50. Like this game tonight, 7:50 kickoff. So you can rejoin us there again at about 7:30, about 20 minutes before the kickoff, for a quick little preview. So far, one of my tips is right, but Dogs could have won it, but they just couldn't complete in the end. There was nothing, 2 points between them for most of that match in that second half. And, well, I don't know whether the best side won, but they've won it no matter what. And to get that extra week off, that's going to do them a world of good, Melbourne. And as they head towards another semi-final series. So the games tomorrow at Cronulla and Roosters at 7:50, and the first game in the afternoon at Auckland Stadium at Go Media Stadium at 4:05. Please join us then, and congratulations to Melbourne. But I really do believe seeing one of the most important players on the field, their captain Crichton, getting that knee injury and have his leg twisted back. I thought he pulled a hamstring. That was probably the turning point because they needed him in the second half. But obviously they didn't want to risk him going forward because this was not an elimination game. So obviously I think the coach did the right thing there, but it was a turning point which favoured Melbourne. So join us tomorrow. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Big win to Melbourne Storm, 26 points to 18 in Melbourne. Toby Sexton, congratulations to get back in the team. You've done your best, mate, but there was a couple of things that went against you. All right, I'm Max Al Phillips. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow. Be here early at about 3:45. Thank you.